was shocked. It looked a lot better than it did like last year, and when we came back, I was really impressed with all the improvements they had done to our school. It shows that not only do they care about the way that our school looks, but they care about the students.
It's really nice, if I were in a room with 30 people, like a small room, I would be anxious, I would be nervous. But since the classrooms are bigger now, it's easier for me to pay more attention.
I think it's important because the one thing that at least I look for, and I'd say all the other students look for, is being comfortable. And so just having space and places to move around, and we're not on top of each other, it definitely helps out with the learning part of it, staying engaged and staying focused. So space definitely helps out a lot.
I really like the new retractable bleachers because it gives us a little bit more room to kind of roam around or have activities, because we don't just use that gym for basketball. We use it for multiple things, pep rallies, Stations of the Cross, anything like that. Even senior weeks or Catholic schools weeks, they're all activities that we use in that gym.
Watching the progress, it's amazing how our school goes from one way to another, and watching how whenever the students come in and their eyes get so excited with all the new progress happening on the campus and the things that we kind of talk to them about, like we're going to do this, but when they actually come in and see the progress being made, the new rooms being set up, they know that we're really there for them. They know that we're kind of in it for the long haul.
Well, when I first walked in, I was super excited. And then I kind of thought to myself that St. Fred's is really they're not just trying to meet the requirements of school, but they're exceeding them. And they're trying to make school fun for us as kids rather than just like sort of a job. And the new scoreboard and the gym, I feel like it kind of sets, obviously, us to have fun football games and basketball games, but it also kind of sets a standard for what our athletic programs are providing for our athletes here, and just kind of, you don't get that everywhere at other schools.
Well, I think that students they don't need to be on top of each other. So we need the room, the physical room, so that we can fit in students into the classroom, obviously. This is one of the bigger classrooms now, and we try to keep the class sizes down, but as the student enrollment has increased, we're working to balance that student-teacher ratio. So I think we'll probably be hiring a couple more teachers next year, which means even more space. We have one classroom right now that we can repurpose, and we'll probably need another one next year.
I would like to see it as one of the premier schools in North Louisiana, and I feel like with the IB program, it's definitely on its way to do that. We offer things that just other schools can't, and even though we're a small school in the academics range, we can still kind of excel being that small school.
It feels a lot nicer. I mean, I feel like people feel like they're in a new school, kind of just a new look. And instead of having like the big wooden bleachers, you have like smaller ones that, it creates more space. You can retract them, and it just makes the gym feel a lot bigger, and you can do a lot more stuff in the gym than you couldn't do in the old one.
I think that having the lockers in the hallway with the high school, actually it makes more sense for space, but it also makes more sense as far as a student body to have more cohesion. So I think they'll get used to it, and they'll appreciate having this space back. We also created another office area. That's the other part, is that on the other side of the wall in this classroom, there's now more office space to accommodate, growing administration. So those are all positives.
I like the new gym. I think it looks really great. I walked in first day of school, saw the new bleachers, saw the crests on the bleachers, and I'm just so excited to see, like, with basketball in there, and we have cheer practice in there every day, and it's just easy. It's not as big and bulky anymore. It's neat and clean. It's really...
The new look in the gym is fantastic. It's going to allow us to do so many new things and give us extra space with the retractable bleachers. It does help with the acoustics. That's kind of been a sore point for us. But with the the retractable bleachers, that we're going to have a lot of space to do activities. The entire school uses that facility, so it's very important that we have somewhere that can house everyone, that would allow us to do different activities, not just basketball, but also practice for different sports, different activities, and have things going on for Catholic Schools Week. It allows us a big space for that and for the entire school to get together and have a function.
Well, it's definitely a lot different than the first day I walked in when I was in 7th grade. Like when I was in 7th grade, you know, I never really thought about changing the bleachers or making Club Fred a classroom or putting more lockers in the high school locker room, but looking back on it now, it's a lot different than when I walked in the first day of 7th grade. I'd say it looks a lot cleaner, and it kind of all the changes they made, it kind of fits.
My first impression was that there's definitely a lot more kids coming to St. Francis High School, which is a really, really good thing. We had to add more rooms, there was more lockers added. It's just an overall really good thing that more kids are coming to St. Fred's, and this place is getting bigger and better.
A lot of my classrooms are a lot bigger, and I think it's better for the students and the teachers because it's easier to walk around and it feels like you have your own personal bubble to be able to not be easily distracted by other students, and it's better, like it's easier to pay attention.